Welcome to the territory on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station, your weekly news bulletin that looks at activities in the communities in FCT. And before we go into the news proper, let's take a short break. We'll be right back shortly. I am Aisha Obali. Thanks for staying tuned. And let's begin on a religious note. Christian faithful have been charged to exert their energies on spiritual things and not focus on wrong things. This formed the thrust of sermon delivered by Bishop Augustine Onyinyang of the Ambassador Royal Ministers to encourage worshippers to stop seeking material things and submit to the will of God that has the might to turn around and transform lives for the better. He illustrated that carnal lifestyle.
So many people are getting relationship wrong today. You just meet someone the first day, then the first agenda is money. Wrong mindset, wrong approach. You come to, someone just gave you a number. The first thing is what to gain. Material, money, oil, challenges is what you bring out first. Praise God. You look at someone, you don't even think of his potentials, what he can do, what he can become, what he has done after, what the kind of car he's running.
He illustrated that carnal lifestyle is not the kingdom pattern, saying the scripture is specific about the kingdom pattern of life, which is seeking God and making peace with all men. And away from the pulpit, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, is optimistic that the Vice President's official residence will be delivered on schedule. The minister gave the indication when he inspected the ongoing project on Saturday, 13th April in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu reports.
Visit, they have made significant progress.
The Vice President's official residence in Abuja is one of the priority projects earmarked for inauguration come May this year, when President Bola Tinubu will be marking his 1 year in office.
Interlocking is completed, the blasting is ongoing also in this area.
Optimistic and willing to fulfill his pledge of delivering the project on schedule, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike visited the ongoing project site to ascertain level of work.
The last visit we made and this visit today shows there's a lot of improvement. When the company has still maintained the fact that they are going to hand over by that May. Ours is to hope on what they have said. They have still committed to it. We don't have any doubt that they have the capacity to meet up the deadline. But as for the quality of job, of course, you can see the work according to the design and the specification. So we believe, by the grace of God, that something that will actualize.
With the countdown to the delivering date and ticking ambiances all in a bid to meet up with the deadline, it is obvious FCT residents will witness what stakeholders term massive project execution in days ahead. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Similarly, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has assured of timely completion of Yongoji Sukoki Ebo Road in December this year, despite seeming hiccups. The minister reiterated this during an inspection tour of road project in Kwali. Onoze Yakubu again brings us details.
It is 2 months down the lane when the Nyangoji Sukuku Ebo Road project was flagged off in Kwali Area Council of the FCT. But following the council chairman's outcry on the slow pace of work by the contracting firm handling the project, the FCT minister took out time to see things for himself.
That committee that we asked me to take over it, I've gone there and just walk around so that
No, when you meant that, they are not here saying that.
They are not on site as in because of the visit today, they have to bring more materials on ground.
Out of the 11-kilometer stretch road, 4 is the part of the most difficult terrain because of its topography, which the contractor is giving more priority attention to at the moment.
A very important road, not less than 11 kilometers. Look at the topography of this place. Very difficult. I want to appeal to the contractor, Gilbo. I know that they have a lot of jobs in their hand, but again, they should expedite so that we'll be able to finish like they promised before the end of December this year. We believe that they will keep to their words. And I want to thank the chairman of Kwali to continue coming here to inspect and give us feedback of what they see, not only on what the civil servant, like the permanent secretary just told us.
The minister also inspected the ongoing Kwali Township Road, which is scheduled to be delivered in May this year. Onozie Akubu, NTA News.
Away from infrastructure and now to education. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, and the Nigerian Police Force have warned candidates preparing for the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, against patronizing fake websites. Olayinka Ojo reported that this was at a joint news conference in Abuja. Candidates are to print their slips from the comfort of their homes or visit any of the more than 700 accredited computer-based test centers nationwide in a seamless process. The Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, an Assistant Commissioner of Police, says there are several fake websites created by unscrupulous individuals with the intention of misleading candidates. He urges candidates to be wary of the antics of fraudsters, saying the fake websites are designed to deceive innocent candidates to providing personal details such as registration numbers, email addresses, and phone numbers, while assuring Nigerians of JAMB's commitment in playing its role to ensure a hitch-free exercise. Head of Public Affairs JAMB, Fabian Benjamin, advised candidates to ignore any unsolicited messages from elements whose mission is to defraud them. Both organizations assured parents and candidates of their readiness to safeguard their interests and maintain the and interrogate of the examination process. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Police Force says it has recovered 70 mobile phones, 21 laptops, 1 POS machine, and other valuables from some suspected one-chance operators. Force Public Relations Officer Muyiwa Adejobi, at a briefing in Abuja, calls on Nigerians who might have had an ordeal with one-chance operators to come forward and identify their belongings. Francis Form reports.
And one at the back where I sat too.
This lady narrating her ordeal is a victim of one chance. She entered a one chance vehicle with 3 men. After a short distance, one of the suspects seated in the front adjusted his seat on her and she was asked to surrender her belongings.
On reaching Nikon Junction, when they passed Nikon Junction, the driver changed the mode of driving. He started driving very, very fast. And then the one in front bent.
And 12 suspected one-chance criminals are in police net. Amongst them is an ex-police corporal who was dismissed from the police force for the same offense in 2019. Having secured a bail at the court, he decided to go back to his old trade, and the ex-corporal was identified by the lady as the driver of the one-chance vehicle she entered.
And that's from which we met in the prison. Now introduced me to one chance.
We'll continue in our effort to make sure we decimate activities of these criminal elements who are fond of causing pains, sorrows, and agonies to us in this country. We cannot do it alone. We need your support. The federal government is trying its best possible to make sure we bequeath a more secure environment.
The force has also apprehended other suspects for various offenses across the country, while assuring that all suspects will have a date in court at the end of investigation. Francis from NTA News.
And still on security, Operatives of the FCT Police Command have arrested 6 suspects, namely Kabiru Muhammad, Aliyu Usman, Abdul Malik Al-Hassan, Shafi'u Suleiman Ibrahim, and Raymond Melabara, who is an AEDC staff. The 6 suspects were arrested at the Tipa Garage, Papi, Abuja for vandalizing and stealing a transformer. The suspects were said to be escaping with Hama when police operatives swept in and apprehended them. The vandalized transformer, a crane truck, a blue-colored Mercedes-Benz with registration number PKN 497XA, a white-colored J5 bus with registration number RBC 228XC, and an ash-colored Peugeot 406 car with registration number GSN 13AA belonging to the AEDC staff were all recovered. While the investigation is ongoing, the Commissioner of Police, FCT, CP Bennett Igwe, reiterates his commitment to ensuring the safety of lives and property in the territory. He also urges residents to be vigilant and take advantage of the police emergency lines to report suspicious activities.
Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The
Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
It is still from the territory, and now let's go to the territory. Putting smiles on the faces of women and children in Nigeria is a component of the Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady, which the FCT Mandate Secretary and Coordinator of the initiative says is a gesture to alleviate challenges faced by the less privileged, the vulnerable, and people living with disabilities. Hawa Gimba takes us up from there.
Mandate Secretary, FCT Women Affairs and Coordinator, Renewed Hope Initiative in the territory, Adedayo Benjamin's Lani, was giving a rousing reception in the Sukuku community. Delivering Nigeria's First Lady's message, she said Senator Oluremi Tinubu has dedicated the program to uplifting women and adolescent girls, persons with disabilities, through empowerment, skills acquisition, to achieve the saying, empower a woman, empowered the nation.
This is the commitment. So therefore, on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike and Her Excellency Dr. Mariam Mahmood, the Honorable Minister of State, and of course the blessing of Her Excellency the First Lady, who through the Renewed Hope Initiative is making sure that she brings her impact into communities, leaving no community or family behind. We make a presentation of this Buddha product and this grinder.
Beneficiaries express gratitude to God for the First Lady, the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, for the support.
Nobody will steal it.
Thank you, Mommy. I'm so happy. I don't know what to say to you. God bless you.
We use the machine for grinding granite.
Is visited for the distribution of empowerment kits, food, among other consumable, extolled the virtues of the First Lady, FCT Minister, commending their initiative to bring smiles to the faces of people in the FCT, especially the 6th Area Council and the 62 wards. Hawa Gimba, NTA News.
Now, Leadership and Community Trust has been bestowed on 31 individuals who are expected to join hands with the Chief of Kuchugoro to develop community peace initiative and influence social cultural development of the Kuchugoro people. This was the message of encouragement to the newly installed community leaders during their inauguration rituals in Abuja. Abdullah.
Those people that we turban them in the essence that we should come together and develop the community. That is why we bring them in. So in terms of security, it will be easy to communicate.
When you don't know the number of your people, you will not know the plan. So when we share the clans, then we now give them their leaders. Then we will be able to get information directly, effectively. And that is what prompts us to give them all these titles.
The turbaned chiefs, during their inauguration and swearing in accordance with the long-aged tradition of the community, were urged to promote and advance the values, culture, and ancestral beliefs of the people.
Our coming in, I see it as a very good time to that, because he needs it for so many other things. The environmental issue is there, the issue of youth that is have become another aspect of concern that we need to focus because of the vices. So Chief needs some of us to help him
is to have a structure in such a way that to govern and to have the easy access to bring the youth together.
Some of them were chosen to fill some vacuum created for a long time. The atmosphere, of course, was not short of cultural displays to add color to the occasion. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Abdullah, I want to also congratulate the community leaders and wish them a purposeful and impactful leadership. Now, let's take you to another community. Dividend of democracy is expected to impact on all citizens where at the federal, state, or local government level, while citizens' responsibilities remains demonstration of patriotism, include governance, has been described as the ideal way to look to. These were the thoughts of a community where Charity Zaka visited.
Jita village is located in Jiwa Ward in the Abuja Municipal Area Council, housing the major Abuja dump site. The community had just been connected to the electricity national grid after years of living in darkness. They, however, are soliciting other basic social amenities like piped water, primary health care center, primary school, among others, to help ameliorate their sufferings. Community head of Jita village, Ayuba Sunday, also appeals to well-meaning Nigerians to support their graduates with opportunities to acquire skills since the jobs are unavailable.
Government to help us to build a clinic here so that it will assist us anytime we have a health challenge.
I have about 10 graduates, not be only secondary levels. So we have university levels and federal polytechnic and some HND or others. So there is no work for them. So that they are able to motivate the community so the community will be developed well.
Although it is a small community, some Nigerians have found Jita village to be a home. Ebiama Patience Ambaduga, who hails from Delta State, has lived in Jita for 15 years. While she loves the support given to her by the indigenous people, Patience appeals to government to improve on the face of rural areas so all Nigerians can feel a sense of belonging.
Years, I've been in this community, living peacefully with the Gbagi people. I learned how to eat tuwo and every other food they can eat. The Gbagi people are quite a peaceful people to live with, and they are loving people. I still believing that the God who has made them to remember us for light will touch them also to remember us for the remaining things.
Regarding the Abuja major dump site, which shares a fence with the village and happens to constitute nuisance, Jita residents are hopeful that government of the day will do the needful in safeguarding their health. Charity Zaka, NTA News.
And now let's join our correspondent Tessie Omiru, who went to Pagada community and see what she brought back.
Pagada, a hilly community in the outskirts of Gwagwalada, has been in existence before Nigeria attained her independence in 1960. My journey in search of this community began with a long walk of about 3 miles, which to the people of Pagada is a normal ride. After a journey of 3 miles, we arrived at the Tabe Mountain. And this is the exact spot where their forefathers lived. According to history, they migrated from Zaria during the slave trade era in search of safe haven, and they lived here peacefully for so many years. The Tabe Mountain at that time served as their home, hunting ground with numerous benefits. The baobab tree, also known as kuka in Hausa, is ionic to the people as it is the first food they met and used even for medicinal purposes. With the coming of the missionaries, Pagada people left Tabe Mountain to their present location. Rich in culture and tradition, the people of Pagada have a unique calendar different from the Gregorian calendar in use in the country and through which they observe annual festivals. December every year to people of Pagada is like 8th month of the year, that is August. A big cultural carnival is held here.
We met our forefathers using this calendar. April every year is our first month.
This is the grave of one of their ancestral fathers, Wezena. And every year during their annual festival, this grave is being decorated. And according to them, this tree has been planted so as not to forget the exact spot where the grave is located.
Tuwon dawa is one of the delicacies eaten with any soup available. And our tuwon dawa is almost ready. According to them, the taste is different because it gives a different flavor and aroma. The peaceful and hospitable people of Pagada are predominantly farmers. However, the peace of the community was threatened in 2019 as a result of misunderstanding between the Muslim and Christian communities in the area.
With all this beautiful history and the quiet way of life of residents of Pagada, this town became famous in 2020 as a result of this beautiful mosque, which was built by Muslim professionals in Da'wah, facilitated by a Catholic priest. The residents say it has helped in calming the existing tension between the Muslims and the Christians in Pagada, and now they are living in peace.
Shekara 2020, mun gode wa Allah sosai, wannan gari tana ci gaba sosai, wannan Pagada 2 tana ci gaba sosai.
At the day when I was in the office as the executive chairman, well, the mosque was established, facilitated by a Reverend Father, and that is a very good method of living. The religious faiths interweaving with each other is very important. It cements a relationship. It brings about peace in your community, in your country, and I always have this to say that peace is a catalyst of development.
Despite the community's proximity to the nation's capital, they lack basic amenities.
We don't have electricity, water, and we need good roads.
It is expected that relevant authorities will come to their aid in order to make life beautiful for them. Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
Interesting story and history there from Pagada. I think I should visit that community because of the Tuwon dawa. I love Tuwon dawa. And that's how we wrap the territory this week. Please do join us again next week for an interesting package. I am Aisha Uba Ali. Good afternoon.